Hello everyone, and welcome back to Rare CoinX PRO, your destination for discovering the stories, history, and collector value behind some of the most fascinating coins ever issued. Whether you're an experienced collector or just beginning your coin collecting journey, this channel is here to help you understand what makes certain coins truly special. In every episode, we take a detailed look at one coin, exploring its background, official specifications, collector demand, market value, and useful collecting tips. Today's featured coin comes from the popular United States 50 State Quarters program and honors a state famous for its breathtaking mountains, beautiful rivers, and rich mining heritage. So, without any further delay, let's start our first coin. Today we're exploring the 2005 West Virginia quarter dollar, struck at the Denver Mint and identified by the D Mint mark. Released as part of the United States Mint's successful 50 State Quarters program, this coin celebrates the natural beauty that has earned West Virginia the nickname, the Mountain State. Although millions of these quarters entered circulation across the country, the unique design and historical meaning behind this coin continue to attract collectors who appreciate both modern American coinage and the remarkable landscapes of the United States. The reverse of the West Virginia quarter features one of the state's most famous landmarks, New River Gorge Bridge, stretching gracefully across the scenic New River Gorge. The design also includes a whitewater rafter traveling through the river below, highlighting the area's popularity for outdoor adventure and recreation. Above the design appears the inscription, New River Gorge, while the state's nickname, Mountain State, completes the artwork. The combination of engineering excellence and natural scenery makes this one of the most visually striking quarters in the State Quarters series. The New River Gorge Bridge is recognized as one of the longest steel arch bridges in the Western Hemisphere and has become an international symbol of West Virginia. Every year, thousands of visitors travel to the area to admire the bridge, enjoy hiking, rock climbing, and experience the famous Bridge Day celebration. By placing this remarkable structure on the state quarter, the United States Mint created a lasting tribute to one of America's greatest engineering achievements. The front of the coin continues the traditional portrait of George Washington, maintaining the familiar appearance shared by every quarter in the State Quarters program. The contrast between the timeless portrait and the dramatic bridge scene creates a coin that celebrates both American history and the natural beauty of West Virginia. When examining a 2005 West Virginia quarter dollar, D, condition is one of the most important factors influencing collector value. Since these coins were produced for everyday circulation, many examples have spent years passing from hand to hand. As a result, circulated coins commonly show scratches, worn high points, dull surfaces, rim marks, and reduced mint luster. While these pieces remain interesting collectibles, they generally carry only modest premiums above face value. Collectors place much greater importance on coins that have remained in outstanding condition. A quarter that still displays bright original mint luster, sharp bridge details, crisp lettering, and smooth untouched surfaces is considerably more desirable. Originality is one of the most valued characteristics in coin collecting, which is why experienced collectors always prefer coins that have never been cleaned or polished. Like every standard state quarter issued during this period, the 2005 West Virginia quarter dollar, D, follows the official specifications established by the United States Mint. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and is struck using a copper-nickel clad composition over a pure copper core. These specifications remained consistent throughout the State Quarters program, allowing collectors to focus primarily on strike quality, preservation, and eye appeal rather than differences in physical dimensions. Strike quality is another important factor when evaluating this quarter. Some examples display exceptionally sharp details throughout the bridge structure, the surrounding landscape, and the whitewater rafting scene, while others may show softer features due to normal mint production. Strongly struck coins with brilliant surfaces and attractive eye appeal are naturally more popular among collectors seeking premium quality examples. Collector demand for the 2005 West Virginia quarter dollar, D, has remained steady because of its impressive reverse design and strong connection to one of America's most famous natural attractions. Many collectors consider this one of the most beautiful landscape-themed quarters released during the entire State Quarters program. The combination of engineering, outdoor adventure, and mountain scenery gives this coin a unique identity that continues to attract both experienced numismatists and new collectors. Another reason for its popularity is its role in completing a full Denver Mint State Quarter collection. Every collector assembling a complete set requires this issue, and high-grade examples continue to receive consistent attention. Coins with outstanding preservation become increasingly desirable as more circulated examples develop additional wear over time. Now let's discuss the current market value. A circulated 2005 West Virginia quarter dollar, D, generally sells between $2,500 and $2,900, depending on its overall condition. Attractive uncirculated examples with strong original mint luster usually trade between $5,000 and $20,000. Professionally graded mint state specimens with exceptional strike quality and beautiful eye appeal may reach $50,000, $100,000, $175,000, or even more, particularly if they receive top certification grades from respected grading services. If the coin displays an authenticated mint error, such as an off-center strike, major die crack, double die feature, or another genuine production variety, collector demand can increase significantly. Error coins are always exciting discoveries because they are much scarcer than regular circulation issues. However, every unusual characteristic should be professionally verified before assuming it represents a valuable mint error. For collectors, proper storage is one of the most effective ways to preserve long-term value. Always handle the coin by its edges to prevent fingerprints, and place it inside a protective coin holder immediately after acquiring it. Avoid using household cleaners, polishing cloths, or chemicals, as these can permanently damage the original mint surface. Maintaining the coin's natural appearance is far more valuable than making it look artificially shiny. Another helpful collecting tip is to compare several examples before selecting one for your collection. Small differences in strike sharpness, surface quality, and mint luster can make a significant difference in overall collector appeal. Many advanced collectors gradually upgrade their coins as they find stronger examples, creating collections that improve in quality over time. The 2005 West Virginia quarter dollar, D, is much more than a simple 25-cent coin. It celebrates breathtaking mountain scenery, honors one of America's greatest engineering landmarks, and preserves an important part of West Virginia's identity for future generations. Whether you're completing the 50 State Quarters program or simply enjoy collecting modern United States coins, this issue deserves a place in every thoughtfully assembled collection. Now, let's move to our second coin. Today's featured coin is the 2006 South Dakota quarter dollar, struck at the Philadelphia Mint and identified by the P Mint mark. This remarkable coin is part of the United States 50 State Quarters program and celebrates the incredible natural beauty, wildlife, and rich cultural heritage of South Dakota. Rather than focusing on a single historical event, the design combines several iconic symbols that instantly represent the state, making it one of the most visually balanced and memorable quarters released during the program. The reverse design features the legendary Mount Rushmore National Memorial, where the massive granite sculptures of Presidents George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln overlook the Black Hills of South Dakota. Alongside this famous monument, the design includes a graceful ring-necked pheasant soaring across the landscape and several stalks of wheat, representing the state's strong agricultural traditions. Together, these elements create a design that reflects history, wildlife, and farming, all of which have played an important role in shaping South Dakota's identity. The front of the coin displays the familiar portrait of George Washington, maintaining the traditional appearance shared by every state quarter. The contrast between the historic portrait on the obverse and the detailed landscape on the reverse gives this coin a timeless and attractive appearance that continues to appeal to collectors across the United States. When evaluating a 2006 South Dakota quarter dollar, P, collectors pay close attention to the overall condition of the coin. Since millions of these quarters entered circulation shortly after their release, many examples now show normal signs of everyday use. Surface scratches, worn high points, reduced mint luster, and contact marks are common on circulated pieces. While these coins remain enjoyable to collect, they generally carry only modest value because of their wide availability. Collectors are naturally drawn toward examples that still preserve their original appearance. A South Dakota quarter with bright mint luster, sharp details throughout Mount Rushmore, clean surfaces, and no evidence of cleaning is significantly more desirable. Original mint surfaces are highly valued because they preserve the coin exactly as it appeared when it left the Philadelphia Mint. The official specifications of the 2006 South Dakota quarter dollar, P, are identical to other state quarters issued during this period. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and is struck using a copper-nickel-clad composition over a pure copper core. These specifications provided durability for circulation while maintaining the familiar silver-colored appearance recognized by collectors and the general public alike. Although every state quarter shares the same physical dimensions, differences in strike quality can have a noticeable effect on collector interest. Some South Dakota quarters display exceptionally sharp details across the presidential sculptures, wheat stalks, and flying pheasant, while others may show slightly softer features due to normal mint production. Coins with stronger strikes and brilliant original luster are generally more desirable because they better showcase the beauty of the design. Collector demand for the 2006 South Dakota quarter dollar, P, has remained consistently healthy for several reasons. Mount Rushmore is one of the most famous landmarks in the United States, attracting millions of visitors every year. Because of this worldwide recognition, the quarter appeals not only to coin collectors but also to people interested in American history, travel, and national monuments. The addition of the pheasant and wheat creates an even stronger connection to South Dakota's natural environment and agricultural heritage. Many collectors also appreciate the balanced artwork of this quarter. Unlike some designs that focus on a single symbol, the South Dakota quarter successfully combines multiple elements without appearing overcrowded. This artistic balance has helped maintain steady interest among collectors who enjoy visually detailed modern coinage. Now let's discuss the current market value. A circulated 2006 South Dakota quarter dollar, P, generally trades between $6,000 and $12,000, depending on overall condition. Bright, uncirculated examples with attractive original mint luster commonly sell for $15,000 to $20,000. Professionally graded mint state examples with exceptional eye appeal, outstanding strike quality, and premium preservation may reach values of $50,000, $100,000, $180,000, or even more, particularly when certified at the highest grades. If the coin contains an authenticated mint error, its value can increase well beyond these standard price ranges. Genuine errors such as off-center strikes, significant die cracks, double dies, or other unusual production varieties are much scarcer than normal circulation coins and often attract serious collector attention. Every unusual feature should be carefully authenticated before assuming it carries additional value. For collectors, proper preservation is one of the most important habits to develop. Always handle the coin by its edges, avoiding direct contact with the surfaces. Fingerprints, moisture, and improper storage can gradually reduce the coin's appearance over time. Placing the coin inside a high-quality protective holder is one of the simplest ways to maintain its condition for many years. Another useful tip is to examine the coin under bright lighting with a magnifying glass. Small differences in strike quality, surface preservation, and original luster become much easier to recognize during close inspection. Comparing several examples before selecting one for your collection often leads to finding a noticeably better quality coin. The 2006 South Dakota quarter dollar, P, is far more than an ordinary circulating coin. It celebrates one of America's greatest national monuments, honors the state's wildlife and agricultural traditions, and preserves an important part of South Dakota's identity through beautiful coin design. Whether you're working toward a complete state quarters collection or simply appreciate coins with meaningful artwork, this issue remains a valuable and memorable addition to any collection. Now, let's move to our third coin. Today's featured coin is the 2007 Montana quarter dollar, struck at the Denver Mint and identified by the D Mint mark. This impressive coin is part of the United States 50 State Quarters program and honors a state famous for its breathtaking mountain ranges, vast open landscapes, rich wildlife, and long history of exploration. Montana is often called Big Sky Country, and the design of this quarter perfectly captures the state's rugged beauty and adventurous spirit. With its detailed artwork and strong historical connection, this coin continues to be a favorite among collectors of modern United States coinage. The reverse design showcases an American bison skull resting in front of a magnificent mountain landscape, symbolizing Montana's Western heritage and the importance of wildlife across the Great Plains. Above the mountains appears the inscription, Big Sky Country, one of the most recognizable nicknames of any American state. The simple yet powerful design reflects Montana's wide open spaces, dramatic scenery, and deep connection to nature. Unlike many state quarters that feature buildings or historical figures, Montana's design celebrates the untamed beauty of the American West. The bison has played an important role in the history of the Great Plains for centuries. It was essential to many Native American tribes for food, clothing, and shelter, making it one of the most significant animals in North American history. By including the bison skull on the quarter, the design pays tribute not only to Montana's wildlife but also to the cultural heritage that shaped the region long before it became a state. The obverse continues the familiar portrait of George Washington, preserving the classic appearance that has represented the United States quarter for generations. Together, the traditional obverse and the striking Western landscape on the reverse create a coin that blends American history with the natural beauty of one of the nation's largest states. When examining a 2007 Montana quarter dollar, collectors carefully evaluate its overall condition. Since these quarters were released for everyday circulation, many examples now display scratches, worn surfaces, reduced mint luster, and small contact marks from years of use. While circulated coins remain common and affordable, they usually attract less collector interest than coins that have been carefully preserved. The most desirable examples are those that still display their original Denver Mint brilliance. Coins with bright luster, crisp lettering, sharply defined mountain details, and an undamaged surface are much more attractive to collectors. Original mint surfaces are especially important because they reflect the coin exactly as it appeared when it was first struck. Any signs of cleaning or polishing can significantly reduce collector appeal and market value. Like every standard state quarter produced during this era, the 2007 Montana quarter dollar, follows the official specifications established by the United States Mint. It weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and is struck using a copper-nickel-clad composition over a pure copper core. These specifications ensured strength for circulation while maintaining the traditional appearance expected from the American quarter dollar. Although the specifications remain the same throughout the state quarters program, differences in strike quality can make one coin much more desirable than another. Some Montana quarters display exceptionally bold details throughout the mountain landscape and the bison skull, while others may show slightly softer features caused by normal production variations. Collectors generally prefer coins with sharp strikes because they better highlight the impressive artwork created by the United States Mint. Collector demand for the 2007 Montana quarter dollar, has remained strong since its release. The Western theme of the design gives this coin a broad appeal that extends beyond traditional numismatics. Many people who enjoy American history, wildlife, outdoor adventures, and Western culture are naturally drawn to this issue. Its clean design and meaningful symbolism have helped it remain one of the standout landscape-themed quarters in the state quarters program. Another reason for steady collector interest is Montana's reputation as one of America's most scenic states. The quarter serves as a miniature tribute to the state's natural beauty, making it attractive not only to collectors completing full state quarter sets but also to individuals who have visited or admire Montana's incredible landscapes. Now let's discuss the current market value. A circulated 2007 Montana quarter dollar, generally trades between $8,000 and $10,000, depending on its condition. Bright, uncirculated examples with original mint luster commonly sell for $15,000 to $20,000. Professionally graded mint state examples with outstanding strike quality, exceptional eye appeal and premium preservation may reach $50,000, $110,000, $175,000, or even higher when certified in top grades. If an authenticated mint error is present, the value may increase significantly beyond these normal price ranges. Collectors actively search for genuine errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, major die cracks, or other unusual production varieties. Since these minting mistakes are much rarer than standard circulation coins, verified examples can command substantial premiums in the collector market. One of the most valuable habits for any collector is careful storage. Always place your coin inside a protective holder soon after acquiring it, and avoid exposing it to moisture, dust, or extreme temperatures. Never attempt to polish the surface, because even gentle cleaning can permanently remove the original mint finish and reduce the coin's desirability. It is also helpful to compare several Montana quarters before selecting one for your collection. Small differences in luster, strike sharpness, and surface quality may seem minor at first, but they can have a noticeable impact on long-term collector value. Experienced numismatists understand that patience often leads to finding a much finer example. The 2007 Montana $quarter D is much more than a 25-cent coin. It captures the spirit of the American West, honors Montana's remarkable natural landscapes, and preserves an important part of the state's cultural identity through outstanding coin design. Whether you're building a complete state quarters collection or simply appreciate coins with beautiful scenery. Now, let's move to our fourth coin. Today's featured coin is the 2007 Washington $quarter, struck at the Philadelphia Mint and identified by the P Mint mark. This coin is the 42nd release in the United States 50-state quarters program and honors the state of Washington, a place celebrated for its breathtaking natural scenery, evergreen forests, towering mountains, and thriving salmon population. Unlike many state quarters that focus on historical buildings or famous events, Washington's design highlights the state's remarkable natural environment, creating one of the most peaceful and visually appealing coins in the entire series. The reverse design features a magnificent leaping Chinook salmon in the foreground with the snow-covered Mount Rainier rising in the distance. Above the mountain appears the inscription, "The Evergreen State," Washington's well-known nickname, representing the state's dense forests and year-round greenery. The combination of the powerful salmon, the majestic mountain, and the simple yet elegant lettering creates a design that captures the beauty of the Pacific Northwest in a single image. The Chinook salmon has long been an important part of Washington's history, economy, and ecosystem. For centuries, Native American communities relied on salmon as an essential food source, while today it remains an important symbol of the state's natural heritage. Mount Rainier, standing as one of the tallest volcanic peaks in the United States, completes the design by reminding collectors of Washington's spectacular landscapes and outdoor traditions. The obverse continues the familiar portrait of George Washington, preserving the classic appearance shared by every state quarter. Together, the traditional obverse and the scenic reverse create a coin that represents both the nation's first president and one of America's most naturally beautiful states. When evaluating a 2007 Washington $quarter P, collectors pay close attention to the condition of the coin. Since millions of these quarters entered circulation shortly after release, many examples now show ordinary signs of wear. Surface scratches, reduced mint luster, rim marks, and softened design details are commonly seen on circulated pieces. While these coins remain enjoyable collectibles, they generally carry modest values because they are still relatively easy to obtain. Collectors place much greater value on coins that remain in outstanding condition. A high-quality Washington quarter should display bright original mint luster, sharply defined details on both the salmon and Mount Rainier, and clean surfaces free from noticeable damage. Coins that have never been cleaned or polished are especially desirable because they preserve their original mint finish exactly as intended by the United States Mint. The official specifications of the 2007 Washington $quarter P are consistent with every standard state quarter produced during this era. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and is struck using a copper-nickel clad composition over a pure copper core. These specifications remained unchanged throughout the state quarters program, allowing collectors to focus on visual quality rather than differences in size or composition. Strike quality is another important consideration when evaluating this coin. Some Washington quarters display exceptionally crisp details throughout the salmon, mountain, and lettering, while others may show slightly softer features due to normal production differences. Coins with bold strikes and brilliant original surfaces usually receive stronger collector interest because they better showcase the beauty of the reverse design. Collector demand for the 2007 Washington quarter dollar P has remained consistently strong because of its impressive artwork and broad appeal. Nature lovers, outdoor enthusiasts, and coin collectors alike appreciate the peaceful landscape presented on the reverse. Unlike many designs centered on architecture or historical figures, this quarter celebrates the natural world, making it one of the most distinctive issues in the state quarters collection. The popularity of Mount Rainier also contributes to the coin's lasting demand. As one of the most recognizable mountains in North America, it attracts millions of visitors every year, helping keep this quarter relevant among collectors who appreciate American geography and national landmarks. Strong collector interest is especially noticeable for beautifully preserved Philadelphia Mint examples with outstanding eye appeal. Now let's discuss the current market value. A circulated 2007 Washington quarter dollar P generally sells between $10,000 and $20,000 depending on condition. Bright, uncirculated examples with excellent original mint luster commonly trade between $25,000 and $40,000. Professionally graded mint state coins with exceptional strike quality, superior eye appeal, and top certification grades may reach $50,000, $150,000, $180,000, or even higher, depending on market demand. If a genuine mint error is present, such as an off-center strike, double die, major die crack, or another authenticated production variety, collector value can increase significantly beyond normal price levels. Error coins remain highly desirable because they are much scarcer than standard circulation issues and often become the highlights of specialized collections. One of the most important tips for collectors is to protect the original surfaces of the coin. Never attempt to improve its appearance by polishing or cleaning it, because doing so can permanently reduce its value. Instead, store the coin in a high-quality protective holder and handle it only by the edges to minimize the risk of fingerprints or scratches. Another helpful habit is to compare several examples before selecting one for your collection. Even among coins from the same year and mint, differences in strike quality, luster, and preservation can be significant. Careful observation allows collectors to choose stronger examples that may hold greater long-term appeal. The 2007 Washington quarter dollar P is much more than everyday pocket change. It celebrates the beauty of the Pacific Northwest, honors one of America's most famous mountains, and recognizes the importance of the Chinook salmon in Washington's natural heritage. Its elegant design and lasting collector interest make it a memorable and rewarding addition to any state quarters collection. Now, let's move to our fifth and final coin. Our final featured coin in this series is the 2007 Wyoming quarter dollar, struck at the Denver Mint and identified by the D Mint mark. Released as part of the United States Mint's popular 50-state quarters program, this coin celebrates the rugged spirit, Western heritage, and breathtaking landscapes of Wyoming. Often called the Equality State, Wyoming became famous for being the first U.S. territory to grant women the right to vote in 1869. That remarkable history, combined with its world-famous ranching culture, gives this quarter a unique place in the state quarters collection. The reverse design immediately captures attention with the image of a bucking horse and rider, one of the most recognizable symbols associated with Wyoming. Above the rider appears the state's nickname, the Equality State, while the dynamic artwork perfectly reflects Wyoming's long tradition of ranching, rodeos, and the independent spirit of the American West. Unlike many state quarters that focus on monuments or landscapes, Wyoming chose a design that represents movement, freedom, and the hardworking people who helped shape the state. The bucking horse symbol has become closely connected with Wyoming's identity for generations. It appears on state publications, official materials, and is widely recognized by people across the United States. The design represents the courage, determination, and adventurous lifestyle that continue to define Wyoming today. Because of this strong symbolism, many collectors consider this one of the most iconic Western-themed quarters ever produced. The obverse of the coin continues the traditional portrait of George Washington, preserving the classic appearance shared by every quarter in the State Quarters program. Together, the familiar portrait and the energetic Western reverse create a coin that blends American tradition with the enduring heritage of the American frontier. When examining a 2007 Wyoming quarter dollar, collectors carefully evaluate its condition before determining collector interest or market value. Since these quarters were released into general circulation, many examples have accumulated years of wear. Common circulated coins often display light scratches, contact marks, reduced luster, softened details, and small rim imperfections. While these pieces remain interesting additions to a collection, they generally carry only modest premiums because they are readily available. Collectors naturally prefer coins that still preserve their original Denver Mint appearance. A premium quality Wyoming quarter should display bright mint luster, sharply defined details on the horse and rider, crisp lettering, and smooth surfaces free from damage or cleaning. Coins with untouched original surfaces consistently receive stronger attention because originality remains one of the most important qualities in modern numismatics. Like every standard state quarter produced during this era, the 2007 Wyoming quarter dollar, follows the official United States Mint specifications. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and is struck using a copper-nickel-clad composition over a pure copper core. These standard specifications remained unchanged throughout the State Quarters program, ensuring consistency while allowing each state to showcase its own distinctive reverse design. Strike quality is another important factor collectors consider. Some Wyoming quarters display exceptionally bold details throughout the horse, rider, and lettering, while others may show slightly softer features due to normal production differences. Strongly struck examples with brilliant mint surfaces are always more desirable because they better highlight the energy and movement captured within the design. Collector demand for the 2007 Wyoming quarter dollar, has remained consistently healthy since its release. Western-themed coins have long enjoyed widespread popularity, and the bucking horse design gives this quarter an identity unlike any other coin in the State Quarters series. Collectors who appreciate rodeo culture, American history, or the traditions of the Western United States often seek this issue because of its instantly recognizable artwork. Another reason for steady collector interest is Wyoming's historical significance as the equality state. The state's pioneering role in expanding voting rights for women gives this coin an important place in American history. Combined with the striking reverse design, this historical connection adds lasting appeal for collectors who value coins with meaningful stories behind them. Now let's discuss the current market value. A circulated 2007 Wyoming quarter dollar, generally sells between $5,000 and $12,000 depending on overall condition. Attractive, uncirculated examples with bright original mint luster commonly trade between $20,000 and $40,000. Professionally graded mint state specimens displaying exceptional strike quality, outstanding eye appeal, and top certification grades may reach $50,000, $115,000, $250,000, or even more in today's collector market. If a genuine mint error is discovered, the value may increase well beyond these normal price ranges. Collectors actively search for authenticated errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, clipped planchets, and other unusual production varieties. Because these minting mistakes are much less common than standard circulation coins, verified examples often command significant premiums among advanced collectors. For collectors who own this quarter, proper preservation is essential. Always handle the coin carefully by its edges and store it inside a protective holder designed for long-term storage. Avoid polishing or cleaning the surfaces under any circumstances, as doing so permanently removes the original mint finish and usually reduces collector value. Keeping the coin in a dry, stable environment will help preserve its appearance for many years. A smart collecting strategy is to focus on finding the highest quality example you can reasonably obtain. A coin with exceptional luster, strong strike quality, and clean original surfaces will generally remain more desirable than several heavily circulated examples. Patience and careful examination often lead collectors to coins with greater long-term collector appeal. The 2007 Wyoming $quarter D is much more than an ordinary 25-cent coin. It celebrates the courage, independence, and Western traditions that have defined Wyoming for generations. From the iconic bucking horse to the proud title of the Equality State, this quarter preserves an important part of American history while showcasing one of the most recognizable state designs ever created by the United States Mint. This brings us to the end of today's featured coin and the completion of another exciting state quarters series here on Rare CoinX PRO. We hope these videos have helped you better understand the history, condition, collector demand, and market value of each coin we've explored. If you enjoyed this series, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Rare CoinX PRO, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our future coin discoveries. Thank you for watching, keep growing your collection, and we'll see you in the next episode of Rare CoinX PRO.